Direction and location signs around Barbados will soon benefit from a facelift. This is because the Ministry of Transport and Works is inviting signage contractors to produce and install approximately 20,000 of these signs under the second phase of the National Signage and Street Infrastructure Project. In February 2023, the first phase of the National Signage and Street Infrastructure Project was launched.
For the first time in the ministry, we're using the technology in the field to help us do the observation and do the assessment. So behind me, you see a team of people that we brought on, and they were using their cell phones to do street assessments, street audits. And this training is just to prepare them to undertake that task.
The major goal of the project is to be able to document where signs are, document the condition of the signage, and alert the ministry so that they can go ahead and make the necessary changes to the signs.
Welcome to the administrative dashboard of the NSSIP portal. At the bottom of the main screen in the center, you can click the admin button, which will take you to the administrative area within the NSSIP portal.
So how the portal works is that it's a main map screen, and then it allows persons who are in the field to be able to go in the system, use simple drop downs. A couple clicks later, they can document where the sign is, what the condition of the sign is, and then save it, and you can then view all your submissions on the map.
It's just one, so you'll be able to see it. But imagine if you had 50 entries already, you might want to limit the reach. But for now, we'll just leave it at that.
So the most recent would come up first.
We're very excited to pretty much have a cadre of persons who can go across the island and be able to capture information on behalf of the ministry, so that I'm sure y'all are well aware that we need some updates and improvements to our signage, and therefore you're going to play a very important role in helping us to identify what needs to be fixed. We're all users of roads, we're all users across Barbados in terms of transportation, walking, and I think you are well aware that just like we see potholes all over the place, we see signage that is broken, we see culverts that are broken, we see all of these things. In order for the ministry to improve and to be able to meet the needs that the public has, we got to be able to figure out what is breaking down and what is the state in which we have it in, and therefore be able to fix it, right? So that's why your role in executing this project is going to be so important in addressing the concerns that all of us have as Bajans in dealing with all of the broken down infrastructure that we see across the island.
After the training, 35 field auditors traveled along 20 routes, totaling 480 kilometers, to assess, identify, and map the condition of signage in the country. They have loaded photographs of signs to the app and geotagged their position on the ministry's digital map. The data yield will help to accurately identify the location of signs and help the ministry to strategically plan and execute repairs and replacements. Now that the data has been compiled, the National Signage and Street Infrastructure Project moves into the next phase.
So this project is divided into several phases. The first phase attempts to look at a portion of the signage, that the state of condition of those signs. So we put about 35 people in the field to assess those signs, and we found that 70% of the signs assessed were in state of poor condition. We are at the state of the project now where we are going to public tender. Once that is done, you're going to see the issue go to the public, and we're going to try to bring some small contractors on board to do the rejuvenation and replacement of those the signs in bad condition. We want to bring in small contractors for this project because we have different categories of signs we feel as a ministry that some small contractors can handle. The fingertip signs and the smaller 12 by 36 and 12 by 30 signs, the ones you see up on the poles, we feel that they can handle work like this. And in some cases, these big ones, the 4 by 8. So that's where we're going to the tender. We're dividing the packages into lots based on the dimension of the sign. It's over 20,000 signs in the first instance, so there's a lot of signage to be done. It's really beyond the capacity of the ministry to handle the quantum of signage. So therefore it's important now, and it's an opportunity for the smaller players, to get their heads in the game about the business of national signage. So it's a good opportunity.
For more information on the National Signage and Street Infrastructure Project, you may contact the Ministry of Transport and Works. Thanks for watching Transport and Works in Motion.